It's Monday, about to head to the studio, but first I gotta stop and get me a little, I think I'm feeling like a tea today, you know what I'm saying? It's feeling like a tea type of day. We're gonna keep it nice and light. Like really, I went from just living in St. Louis to going to Full Sail to being in the studio with some of the biggest names in hip hop and R&B and pop music in every genre. It was really only my second day when I got put into a session with Jim Jones, man. And at that time he had the record Ballin', which was probably the biggest record in the country. So that was pretty dope. And from there, I built a relationship with him and his team. Like that internship offered me so much as a starting point. It was probably the best thing I could have done to start out. So it's Monday. I got a lot of work to do at the studio. I'm going to be doing a little mixing, but I also need to maintain the studio a little bit as well. So yeah, let's just talk about how to get that perfect internship and how to keep it and make it work for you. So look, DistroKid is sponsoring the channel this month, but that's all right, because they actually have some really dope features to offer us music creators. Let's go ahead and check it out. So once I go to DistroKid.com, not only can I distribute my music to all of the major platforms, they actually give me all of my royalties from every single download and stream directly to me 100%. They don't keep any of that. That's just $19.99 per year, and you get unlimited uploads. And they actually make it easy with the Teams feature to share the earnings with whoever collaborated on the record with you. Now that could be your band members, producers, manager, whoever it is. DistroKid will pay them directly, so you don't have to do any accounting. If you click the link in the description, you can save another 7% off your annual subscription to DistroKid and start uploading and making money today. All right, so one of the first things that you need to consider when choosing where you want to do your internship is find out what artist or what producer or engineer you really want to get close to. And for me, that was the driving force and where I went to pursue my career as an audio engineer. Also, like, what style of music that do you want to work on? If you know artists that you really love, maybe you really love John Legend, right? You can find out who recorded or mixed his last project, and the credits will list what studios they're in. Now, it would typically tell you all the credits of where the song was recorded, who the recording engineers were, who was the assistant engineers, if anybody was interning on the session that day. I love those credits because it gives everybody their due credit.
Can you turn that down, please?
One thing that you need to know about your internship is that it's not always going to be pretty. You're not always going to be in the studio with platinum recording and mixing artists and producers and all that stuff. Sometimes you will be required to just take the trash out or clean up the bathroom. Now you might say to yourself, well, I'm not here for that. I don't want to do that. Well, that's fine. Somebody will. I know how competitive it was at Quad Studios. And these guys, the guys who were willing to do whatever was asked of them, were the guys who excelled to the top, right? And not only that, when something is asked of you, it could be a test, right? If you asked to clean out a room, right? That could be a test on seeing how good your attention to detail is. Right? Are you gonna sloppily and half clean the room, or are you gonna make sure everything is neatly organized and everything is dusted and you did everything that you could do to make sure that room was as clean as possible? See, that's a character trait. During your internship, your character is going to be tested, man. I'll tell you one time, my character was definitely tested, man, during this internship. And I interned for over 2 years, right? But during this internship, they had us, one time we took some TV, a flat screen TV. We had to remove it from the wall, and actually carry it about 10 blocks down the street to the studio owner's house. So before I graduated from Full Sail, I actually took my first trip up to New York City to visit and take a tour of Quad Studios, where I knew I wanted to intern. At that time, I had my resume with me, and I dropped it off with the studio manager, and I let her know that, yo, I got about 6 more months before I actually finish school and I can move up here, but I want to, you know, put my application in now, get y'all my resume now, so that, you know me. And then from there, not only did I get a chance to show my face and shake hands with the studio manager, but I kept up a relationship by sending emails and calling every now and then. I would just say, you know what I'm saying, shoot an email and just be like, yo, what's up? This Wavy. I'm 3 months away from finishing my program here at Full Sail. I'm really excited about the intern opportunity that may be coming up. And I wasn't guaranteed anything at this point, but I just kept reaching out. I would call, not too much to where it's annoying, but, you know, maybe once a month or something, and say, yo, what's up? I just wanted to check on things at the studio, just letting you know that I've been lining up my plans to move and get housing in New York City, so I'll definitely be in the city, and so y'all, I hope y'all saving a space for me, you know, stuff like that. I would just call in and do that. And I start off every mix session with one of my Wavy Wayne custom templates, man. If you don't have one of those templates, you need to go to wavywayne.com and copy one of them. Whether you're mixing or recording, it's gonna help you, man. Trust me, it's gonna help you. Now let's check it out.
Fuck it, gonna get the dollars. Bitch suck dick, can she go to college? 4 rings on my finger, I fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in the freezer. I feel like a motherfucking no geezer. I got all this bread gone to my head.
Alright, so I don't know why, I just feel like I like the feeling of that distortion coming in right there. And pretty much what I think I did was just duplicated the main track that the vocal was on right here. And then I just copied that section of the vocal that I wanted to have this effect on. So I just basically, let's see if I recreate this. Whoops. I probably just went here and just made a select.
Neck is on freeze and I'm stuck.
Right, found this.
My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in the freezer. I feel like a motherfucking no geezer. I got my...
Right, so that whole section right there. And I probably just copied that, Command C. Hit the semicolon button to actually bring that down to the track under it, and then paste it, Command V. I added these little fades at the beginning and end, of course, to make sure we don't have any clicks and pops that happen as we transition. Oh, look like we need a fade there. All right. So and then simply on that track, let's just go to the edit window here. Here's that track. I'm sorry, this is the mix window. Pretty much what I did was, instead of using some other of the other compressors that I used, I just used this SansAmp. Everybody, if you have Pro Tools, you have this SansAmp. It's a really easy kind of plug-in to work with, and just a little tip. One of the effects that I like to just go to this preset, and then I'll go over to this folder and I'll go to my Greg Philman presets, and I really like the Vox through amp preset and the vocal to guitar preset. I really like those presets on my SansAmp. And then of course, you know, I shape it and mold it to fit exactly the record that I'm working on. But you know, in a nutshell, we get something that sounds like this.
4 rings on my finger, I fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in the freezer. I feel like a motherfucking no geezer. I got all this bread.
You know what?
My neck is on freeze.
It might sound cool with like a reverse reverb right before we get to that spot. So let's try something here. I'm just gonna duplicate this track, and
my neck.
I just want to get that my, so I'm gonna select that my and then paste it. That's gonna be good. We're gonna fade that. You know what? Let's make this first fade a little bit smaller because I want to really be able to get that that my out of there. And then to do this reverse reverb, what I'll do is I'll just start off by selecting the clip that I want to apply the reverb to, and then extend my selection for a bar or so. and just go up to the audio suite, and I pretty much always just use Deverb, the stock reverb. You don't got to get real technical on how this reverb sounds. Maybe I'll just use a church, keep that pre-delay down, and yeah, a large church. Let's just go there. Boom, there's my reverb with the tail. I'll probably turn it up a little bit using clip gain, you know, so we can see that whole tail there just a little bit. It ain't got to be too crazy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and open up the reverse plugin from Audio Suite as well. All right, and we're just going to simply reverse that joint. And then we're going to move this right in time with the word that it originally lined up with. We don't need any of that. And we can actually start to fade that as we do this. So let's just zoom in. Here's my original word. Look like it's starting right about there. So I'm just gonna add a nice fade right there. Let's just hear what that sounds like.
4 rings on my finger. I fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in the freezer.
All right, so it's definitely too long, and it has that it has that distortion effect that I use from the other track. We don't want that on there. So let's just get rid of that. I'm gonna change my grid size to maybe a quarter note. Let's just see what a quarter note would sound like.
Fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in.
Yep, and I think maybe we could even get away with just an 8th note. This is just gonna be something real subtle, but just add a little more dramatics to this section.
Good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in.
Alright, I kind of like that, but I think I want to have this creep in a little bit more. So that's all about just changing this fade, repositioning that, and let's see this fade. Let's get rid of that and redo that a little more too, and let's listen to it again.
Fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck.
A very simple little trick there, but I think it's gonna sound really good, especially if I add a little bit of 8th note delay on it.
Rings on my finger. I fuck her so good that she turned to a singer. My neck is on freeze and I'm stuck in the freezer. I feel like a motherfucking no geezer. I got all this bread gone to my
tight. So I really like that effect. I thought I wasn't recording for a second. I was about to cry. But a lot of these tricks that I learned while I was an intern. And when you're interning, you know, they want you to just be a fly on the wall. So you may feel like you can't really learn a lot. But what you do is you get you a notepad, a little notepad, and you take notes. It's not good to just do it on your phone, even though, you know, we got notes on our phone. When I was interning, I don't think we had notes apps. Well, the iPhone and stuff, it was very, very new. I probably had like an iPhone 3G back then. Shout out. If you had the iPhone 3G, make sure you like this video. It's rude to be on your phone, right? Even if you taking notes, they might not see it as that. It look like you texting. So what looks better is if you get your little notepad and you just start to write out little notes here and there. That's gonna be a whole lot better for you. It's gonna look a lot better for you than just using your phone. All right. So take notes, and then at the end of your session, you can ask the engineer any questions that you might have. Philly Phil, what's the dilly deal?
What's up, man? What you doing?
Man, I'm just in the lab working on a little mixing and YouTubing and all of that. All at the same damn time.
Man, I gotta tell you this. So I had some dude hit me up the other day on Instagram asking if I'd do a mix for him, and he asked what my prices were, and I told him
And remember that the studio business, a lot of the times, it's all about word of mouth, man. How I get my clients, I would say probably 90% of my clients come from somebody that knows one of my other clients, man. So it's really a tight network. So if you do good business with somebody, they're bound to tell somebody else, even if you're not doing business with them, man. Like I said, I was fortunate enough for my second day interning to be put into a session as an intern. Now this didn't mean that I got to record anything or even set up any mics. What I did have to do though was go and get blunts from the store and clean up the room and run and get food or coffee or anything like that. And hold on, speaking of coffee, it's tea though, I'm just joking. But let's just say I sent you on a coffee run, right? You should make it your business to be the best damn coffee runner that there is. Now, if I just say go to Starbucks and bring me back a coffee, don't just bring back a coffee. Bring back some napkins. And you know Starbucks got 10 different types of sugar. You don't know what kind of sugar I might like. If I want some sugar, bring back some of all of the different sugars. No, I didn't ask for cream, but maybe I just forgot. You know what? Let me tell them, can them get a little side cups with some little cream in it just in case, right? So it's all about that level of service that you provide. You come back with all of this laid out, even though they just asked for some coffee. I'm like, wow, you really took the time to consider what I might want, and that translates into recording and mixing, right? When I work with a client, like I want them to know that I actually care about what they want, and I will go above and beyond to make their dreams come to reality, make their visions come to you know, actuality through, you know, my mixing or recording services. Yeah, so keep that in mind too.
Can you turn that down, please?
What's up, Kayla?
Hi.
You got some burnt pizza?
Want some burnt crust?
Baby squirrel working as usual.
As usual.
Guess that means dinner ain't ready.
No, it's not ready. It's 3:26.
I want an early dinner. I ain't had no lunch yet.
3:26.
Nah, they don't need to know what time it is. It's 7:30. The dinner ain't ready. I've been slaving all day.
It's lunchtime.
And we still ain't got no dinner. Now, one last thing that you should remember about your recording studio internship is to shut the hell up. When the client is asking for some suggestions or opinions, they probably not talking to you. And if they are, then you're gonna know it. They're gonna speak directly to you, and in that case, be very limited in your opinions. I'm telling you, this could change and ruin the whole mood. Now, you want to find a way to be yourself, but also be mindful and respectful of the whole situation that's going on. You're there to learn. You're there to help. Don't get in the way. Don't step on any toes, especially, and you'll be all right. If you found this video helpful at all, make sure you like, comment, thumbs up, subscribe, and all of that stuff, man. Share this video so that we can continue to grow the channel, all right? You know I got some dope templates over at wavy.com, so you can hit that website up. So, yeah, what's that thing I always say at the end of the videos? Be dope.